I want you to change the world, and don't think that this is going to happen peacefully or you can do it alone. We need to kill the rich. You get out there, you use your weapons, and you rip Washington apart. You hunt down the billionaires, the bank bosses, the CEOs, the scumbags and the liars, the governors, the lobbyists, the senators, because they're all the same, and you hang them.
Good morning, everyone. It's May 24th. I'm going to talk to you about the dangers of falsely accusing police of wrongdoing. The reason I'm going to talk about this is because Mark Dice has put up a couple of videos showing, unfortunately, black folks lying about what happened to them when they got pulled over. First of all, you know that I'm completely against the notion of law enforcement. However, you really create dangers for people when you falsely accuse officers of wrongdoing. And the reason this is very simple is because every time somebody says that an officer did one thing or another, and in one case a woman is claiming she was raped, and anytime you do this, you harm the people who actually get victimized by law enforcement. A recent example of this is when a SWAT team breached the wrong home and used a flashbang, injuring a 6-year-old little boy. There are many, many real instances of police misconduct and abuse of power. There's no reason, unless of course you are looking to gain attention, there's no reason to falsely accuse any officer of wrongdoing, because eventually they're going to get caught in their wrongdoing, like the SWAT team. And there are many, many other examples of this. All you have to do is go to the Free Thought Project any given day of the week, and you'll see at least 3 articles regarding true police misconduct. So every time one of these Black Lives Matter people falsely accuse a cop of wrongdoing, it takes away from the credibility of other people who have actually been victimized by the law enforcement apparatus. So, one second, and I'm going to show you just a couple of examples of this being the case. Okay, so we're here at the Free Thought Project, and there are a few headlines here we can use as, you know, as examples of real police conduct. So, cops swarm an NBA star, Sterling Brown, attack, taser, arrest him for parking incorrectly. SWAT team raids wrong house, nearly kills dad, injures 6-year-old boy with flashbang. A horrific video shows cops release a canine, allowing him to maul handcuffed compliant man. Creepy cop caught on video stalking innocent man, harassing him because he can. Mom gives birth alone in jail cell as guards ignore her, claims she induced her own labor. Look, I can go back weeks, months, and even years on this website and give one example of another after another of police misconduct. And the problem with people making false claims, it really discredits other people's claims when they've been attacked by police. And look, this is a very dangerous thing, because the more false charges are lobbied against these tyrants or wannabe tyrants, the more decent, law-abiding people, if you want to call them that, will support the police in their misconduct. So, I thought I would point this out to you because it's utterly ridiculous, and this is the second instance in just a week of this happening. And of course, Shaun King got on there, and if you don't know who Shaun King is, he is a Black Lives Matter activist. He's a white man who believes he is black. He says this woman was kidnapped and raped by a Texas state trooper, Officer Hubbard. She is now being held hostage in Ellis County Jail. So, again, these kidnappings are very real. These police rapes are very real. And the American people being held hostage in these county jails is very real. You don't need to make false claims against these people. The legitimate claims already exist. And by making false claims, you are putting the rest of the population in danger, and it's unacceptable. Honesty is the most important thing we can utilize. It's the most important tool we have. Truth, honesty. And if you want to be truthful and honest, you'll have to acknowledge that the law enforcement apparatus is becoming more and more like an intelligence agency, more and more like a military. And they do use a lot of the same techniques to extract confessions out of people. And by making these false claims, you're harming the cause of everybody else. And you're doing more harm than good by doing this. There's no doubt that people are brutalized by law enforcement apparatus in this country. There's no doubt that people are murdered, mauled, robbed, falsely imprisoned, set up by law enforcement in this country. And the more false claims made against them, the more people will disbelieve those of us who have actually been tortured by law enforcement. I have been tortured by them in Genesee County, that's Flint, Michigan. I was held down and gouged in my face with the fucking plastic pieces of their gloves. I was beat over and over again. And because people make fucking false claims, lobby false charges, those of us who have actually been tortured or any number of things by these wannabe tyrants, it endangers us. Stop making false claims against the police. Again, I'm about as anti-law enforcement as a person can get. And again, and doing these things will only serve to harm everyone who has actually been harmed by law enforcement. I mean, even if it's all caught on camera. So, thought I would share this with you. Hope you all have a good day. Kill the state before the state kills you.